play the Knicks in the first round, a familiar matchup in the playoffs. Most recently, the Hawks completed a gentleman's sweep 4-1 in their last meeting in the 2021 first round of the playoffs. And so we focus in on that one a little bit. Knicks and Hawks recently played. That game had to go to overtime. The Knicks did come away victorious, but these two neck and neck. The Knicks, are they on upset alert against the Hawks here in the first round of the playoffs, Stephen A?
They could be, but I'm not going to pick that. I mean, listen, I'm a New York Knicks fan. It's the playoffs, and I'll be damned if I think we're going to go down at the hands of the Atlanta Hawks. It better not happen. I'm just going to say that. It better not happen. It better not happen. I'm going to say that right now, okay? The Atlanta Hawks are an up-and-coming team. No disrespect or shade whatsoever to Trae Young, but they look a lot better without him. Obviously, they placed in the hands of Josh Johnson, who's a burgeoning star in this league. The brother can play, and I got that part. You see some of the talent that they have on their squad. You can't ignore it. I get it. They've got size, they've got athleticism, and most importantly, they have absolutely, positively nothing to lose. They've been formidable since the All-Star break as well, so we can't ignore all of that. But the New York Knicks, who've been in Game 7 of the conference semifinals 2 years ago, Game 6 of the conference finals last year, predicted to be in the finals this year. Listen, we understand if Detroit shellacks you. We understand if Boston gets the better of you and avenges what happened to them last year. But you talk about an epic failure. It would be if the New York Knicks lost to the Atlanta Hawks in the first round of the playoffs. You cannot go home for the season because the Atlanta Hawks sent you there. After the job Tom Thibodeau did, with Mike Brown now in as the head coach, we might not like it, but damn, we can kind of understand if you end up falling to a Boston, a Detroit, who obviously wants vengeance themselves and is beating the hell out of the Knicks this year, or even to a lesser degree, Cleveland, who's suspect defensively, but offensively, they're prolific. We can somewhat understand it. Nobody wants to hear nor see that the New York Knicks were sent home in the first round by the Atlanta Hawks. If that happens, I believe heads are going to roll. I believe trades are going to take.
Stephen A. Smith just said something that should terrify every Knicks fan. If the New York Knicks lose to the Atlanta Hawks in the first round, heads are going to roll. Trades will happen. Let me repeat that. The biggest voice in sports media just said his own team could implode. And here's the craziest part. The Hawks are better without Trae Young. Since January 7th, they are 29-15. That's the 7th best record in the entire NBA. They're a 6 seed pretending to be a top 4 team. They have size. Dyson Daniels, Jalen Johnson, Alexander Walker. And most importantly, they have absolutely nothing to lose. The Knicks walked into this season with championship expectations. Game 7 of the conference semis 2 years ago. Game 6 of the conference finals last year. Predicted to be in the finals this year. And now, they could get sent home in round 1 by a team that traded away its franchise player. Stephen A. broke it down perfectly. Lose to Boston. That's Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown. We understand. Lose to Detroit. They beat you 3 times this year. We get it. Lose to Cleveland. They're offensive monsters. We can kinda understand. But the Atlanta Hawks? Hell no. That's not a loss. That's an embarrassment. And here's what Stephen A. didn't even say. The Knicks could have played the Raptors. Toronto is the 5 seed. New York played them 5 times this year and won by a combined 108 points. That would have been a vacation. Instead, they got a Hawks team that has won 29 of their last 44 games. So here's the real question. Is Stephen A. right about heads rolling? Mike Brown took this team to the conference finals last year. He's a good coach. But James Dolan is not patient. And losing to Atlanta in the first round, the same team that beat the Knicks in 2021, that's a fireable offense. I'm not saying it will happen. I'm saying if it does, the Knicks locker room gets blown up. Jalen Brunson stays. Everyone else available. And that brings me to my prediction. Knicks in 6. But it's going to be ugly. Because the Hawks play fast, they play free, and Jalen Brunson was 11 of 26 against them on Friday. Dyson Daniels has the size to bother him. One bad game. One slip. One moment where the Knicks think it's easy. And this series goes to Game 7 with all the pressure on New York. So here's my question for you. And I want you to destroy the comments. 1. Will the Knicks beat the Hawks? Yes or no? 2. If they lose in round 1, should Mike Brown be fired? 3. Is Stephen A. being a dramatic Knicks fan, or is he telling the truth? Drop your takes. The best ones I read next video. Smash like if you think the Hawks pull the upset. Hit subscribe if you think New York handles business. Let's go.